Ready? Up. Good job. Back, down. Okay, good girl. Yes. Good job. Close. Just nice and relaxed. And she wants to engage. Good girl. Today we're going to be doing a video on engagement and getting focus from your dog. We're in a busy town centre, it's Saturday afternoon, so there's lots going on. There's people behind here with dogs, lots of cars, trucks, workmen and such doing stuff in the town. So it's going to be great distractions for Mavis. And then you're going to see how I work with her, how I play with her, how I engage with her and how I get that focus. Because people have commented, how is Mavis always so focused on you? So I'm going to sort of show you behind the scenes and how I do it in a really testy environment. Right, we'll get Mavis out. There's a couple of rules that I always require from her, which is to sit before she comes out, and when we come down we sit, we reset, and then we're together, and then we go about our business. So good girl. Sometimes she's not always going to be sat, so I'll just ask for the sit and bring her out. Okay, off. Good job, Mavis. Sit. Now I'm going to ask, we're just going to walk her default walk. Now if she does, at the end of the day, she's a 10-month-old puppy, she's fully amped, she hasn't had a load of engagement and exercise today, so I'd expect her to be pretty amped. Good job, she's giving me the focus already. So I might have to do a couple of corrections. I want to show you in real time how I do it. Okay, let's walk. So there, so I'm just reset, hey, remember I'm walking, you're not leading me, I'm leading you. Okay. We're just going to go in this busy environment and then we're going to have a bit of fun. Having leash manners for me is fundamental because you want the control, but you also, I can't think of anything worse than getting pulled by your dog or not having fun. And we do work on a thing like with leash pressure. So look, I can just guide her just really easily, just with a little finger like that. Anyway, let's go. Good, look at that, good. So just my body language, watch, I'm not going to ask anything from her. Ready? Go on, where? Up, up. Good girl, good girl. So this is almost her reward, we're having a bit of fun, having a bit of play. Okay, go on then, up. Good girl. So I trust Mavis enough to know she's not going to run in traffic, she's not going to do anything like that. Okay, go. And this is where we're just going to have a little bit of fun. And as you can see, I've not presented any toys, treats or anything. I have got some and we're going to do that in a minute, but we're just having engagement. So all this big distraction around the world with my body language means that I'm going to get the engagement. Are you ready? Hey, it's a good girl. Good girl, off. Good girl. Oh, close. Good girl, up. Good job. Good job. Good. Good girl, come on. Sit. Good. Off. Up, up. Good job. Sit. Stand. Back. Down. Good girl. Yes. And now she's gonna get a reward. Good job. Good girlie, aren't you? Good girl. Out. Close. Good. Up. Good girl. You good? Heel. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Close. Close. Good. Good girl. Heel. Good girl. Up. Back. Down. Good girl. Close. Good girl, yes. Good job. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Out. Back. Come on, back. Heel. Nice work. Up. Nice work. Good girl. Okay, we're done. So what you noticed there was we didn't finish on her playing. because I'm on a varied schedule, actually I'm on a random schedule with this specific type of stuff. So it means that she doesn't know when she's going to get rewarded. Now, obviously I did this the other day with nothing on me, and I was just engaging with her, playing and such like this. But I'm bringing a toy because I'm going to push the boundaries, and again, I want to randomize it, so I don't want her to think she'll never get any form of. But as you can see, she just loves to play. But the reason that all that comes down to, is that focus. And that's what it's all about. When you've got that play relationship, I'm really big into that. I want to have the fun with my dog. I want her to think, hey, Dad's really fun. So the whole of the world is not of interest as such. And that's, as you saw there with the people and the playing. Like, we'll go to this little bit over there. It's quite a cool little wall. But you can see she just knows with my body language. She just knows what we're going to do. So come on. Walk. So for the record, walk is a loose heel, which means not to go ahead of me, but just walk. Heel is heel. Okay, you ready? Up. Yeah, good girl, good girl. Up, up, good girl. Now, off, up. So the reason I'm doing all this is with no toys and treats. I'm not luring and such. It all comes from luring with the whole hands and such. But, okay, come on. But she just loves, and this is where the play and engagement comes in. Good girl. Now, I could get her to do these things by using different techniques, aversives, or being just really strict and putting the dog up there and making them sit there. But I want her to do it because it's fun and she wants to engage, and that's why we've got this relationship. Obviously, we've got trust. She's not going to bolt, she's not going to run. She's focused on me. I've only presented the toy once. The way I move, the body language, it's all come from luring with food, play relationship, building that bond. Ultimately, this is fun to her, but it's not every time we come here. You could see she walks beautifully. She's not pressing me. She's not high energy. When it's time to just walk, okay, walk. We've got a nice, relaxed manner. She's not this amped up, but a flick of a switch, up. We could just turn it on and that fun, off, good girl, up, good girl, off. Yes, good girl. And we can ramp that drive and engagement up. And there is a fine balance of having that calmness when you want it, out, but then flicking on the switch of that focus, which is super, super important. So how about we'll go through some more distractions, we'll go through some more people, and I'll show that nice, gentle walk that we have. She's low energy, she's not neurotic, pushing because she wants to play and train, and then we'll turn that on. And that's a good way that I've always found to train with my dogs, is that we can turn it on as and when there's a distraction there's something I don't want her to be near or see, get that focus back on me, and then we can go back to just nice and relaxed. And it's really nice that we can turn that on and off. So, okay, darling, walk. You're a good girl, aren't you? Good girl. You notice when she gives me engagement as well, I'm not asking for it. Nope.
Here's a perfect real-world example of why having focus and engagement from your dog is not only really useful, but super important. This little dog is fixating on Mavis, and as we get closer, he's going to actually lunge at her, which is completely unacceptable behaviour. Only for a split second, Mavis looks, she's back onto me, and we just carry on our walk. Full transparency, when we got Mavis at 5.5 months, she was grumbly and didn't like to be around other dogs. It's no surprise because she was never socialised, had any interactions with dogs, people, or anything else. So my first port of call is to build that drive, build engagement and focus on the other side of my training, which would be to desensitize it in and around other dogs. So when I can see there's a situation or a thing that she may be uncomfortable with or not like, I can flick that switch and put that focus and engagement straight back on myself, and we can mute the outside world. And in this scenario, you've just seen the result of desensitization and socialization work, as well as focus and engagement training. I didn't ask for a solid focus, she's just defaulting into that naturally, and that's ultimately where I want to be.
She's just curious of that other little pup, isn't she? Good job. Yeah, you're a good girl. And you can see there, she's just giving me that engagement. I'm just responding back to it. Yeah, good. Good girl. And good job. And when I decide, you know, I'll reward her for that. So back when I was doing with lots of stuff with food, so I'd be like, when she gives me the engagement, good, and I'd be giving her some food. And ultimately, she's a dog. I want her to have a look at the real world. I don't want her to be a robot, just fixated in my eyes all the time. That's insane. But also, it's nice that she just checks in with me, right? So here's a good example of I'm going to get that engagement. Watch now in a second. Okay, Mavis, go. Sit. Heel. Good. Watch. Gotcha. Good. Yes. Good girl. So I don't want to make this into she's got to do a load of training with me there. I just wanted to do some bits because at the end of the day she's only a 10-month-old pup and I really want to play with her. So I'd be doing this type of work with okay. Oh, strong doggy. Strong dog. Out. What you'd always do at the start was just play with food, with treats and getting that engagement, and then you can bring actual training into it. Because that's the next step, and then you could just come out and just do a full training session. But I wanted to do engagement and focus and show you a little bit of how I'm getting that, and then you can add the training and the commands in with it. You can see, look at that. She's tired, eh? It's quite a warm day today as well, isn't it? But good girl. Good job. Okay, let's walk. So sometimes I would reward that, like as in toy and treats, and others I wouldn't. So again, we're just on a nice relaxed walk, have a nice time. This is the type of stuff that I just do off the cuff. I did this the other day and I thought, hey, why not actually show people? Stay. Go on then. Good girl. Stay. Okay, good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good job. Out. So you can utilise the environment for fun, for games, getting them used to going under weird and around wonderful stuff. But again, a lot of this actually came from luring with hands. Okay, through. Good girl. And I can do that a lot without having any form of treats. Mavis, in. Good girl. Close. Good girl. And as you can see, she's having fun. We've got control. So there was an insight into how I get engagement with my dog, regardless of how busy an environment that you're in. Have fun, be where the party is at, mix it up. At the start, you want to build it in from a low distraction environment and build it into a much more high distraction environment. You want to be treating and playing with toys a lot. Then you can dial that back into like a randomized schedule. And also, the way I do it is keeping my dogs guessing that I can just burst out into some fun anytime, hence the randomized schedule of play, and they don't know when that's coming. And that's also another sort of trick to the secret sauce of how to get that engagement. Your dog's always like, hey, are we gonna have some fun? What's it gonna get me to do soon? And that's the best way to think of it. Hope that was of use, and we'll see you on the next one. Good girl. Is that a good way to wrap it up, or?